Hey everyone, welcome back to Two Idiots Review. I'm Caleb.
I'm Hannah, and we're getting to it a day late, but we are watching the Book of Boba Fett, Episode 1, Chapter 1, because that's how they do it in these series.
And I'm wondering why it's called the Book of Boba Fett. Like, why not just call it Boba Fett?
Maybe he's writing a book.
It's all like in the very opening scene. He's just like, once upon a time.
It's like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. There and back again. A Mandalorian's Tale by Boba Fett.
Right. Actually, that'd be hilarious. But we would been called it if that had actually happened. But yeah, so we're gonna take a look at that. We've watched The Mandalorian. We've watched all the Marvel series. We've watched movies. So if you're interested in watching us watch stuff,
yeah, we definitely want to start watching more stuff in the new year and posting more regularly to our channel.
Yeah, we're pretty lazy about that. We're going to try to keep a schedule. Probably won't work, but we're going to try to. But yeah, so let's take a look.
Then a back to tank.
It's in like a sensory deprivation.
Ooh. Camino flashback. This is actually a cool way to start the series. He wants his revenge on Mace Windu.
Is Samuel L. Jackson gonna does he die? I can't remember.
I mean, we see him being electrocuted and then thrown out the window, but we never actually see him die in episode 3. He's alive. I kind of hope not, though. Oh, okay. Yep. This is him at the end of, or at the beginning of Star Wars Episode 6 when he gets thrown into the, I forget what it's called, the Sarlacc pit.
I wouldn't know. I can't see anything. Is this how he died in?
Well, that's the last we ever saw of him in the Star Wars movies. Because on Tatooine at the beginning, when like Jabba the Hutt is like throwing them into the little butthole in the sand, we see Boba Fett get eaten, and that's the last we ever see of his character until the Mandalorian.
I remember him, dying, or I guess whatever he survived. But apparently, all the other stormtroopers are too stupid, which tracks, I guess. Like, how long is he supposed to have been in there?
I mean, I don't know. Could have been hours, could have been days. Ew.
I'd be like, no thank you, no thank you.
Just let me die, just let me die.
There's no way he has the strength to
Well, they gave him, they gave him food.
Like instant nutrition or what?
It's one of the Insta meals or whatever Ensures. It was like a Star Wars version of Ensure. Whole meal in a little liquid.
There you go.
He's like, oh, this is much better.
I know. He's like, I could have been sleeping this whole time, or being rolled through those things poop, or. Are you my mummy? Oh.
I've never seen a Tusken Raider wear anything other than those gray tan robe things. It's weird that they're wearing different clothing. See Anakin run through and start just chopping everybody's heads off. Oh, whoops! I was confused on the timeline there. Sorry, Boba Fett. I could use one of those.
Oh. Yeah, right. You'd feel so claustrophobic, probably. You'd be like...
Oh, if I had a button that could just end it,
I always have to be a droid. I want droids to, dress me in the morning.
Have we all become that lazy that we're we don't even want to get dressed anymore. We just want droids to put it on for us. You're just half asleep, come on.
It's even weirder for him.
Oh, yeah. That guy was in Empire Strikes Back, I think.
It's an honor to be welcomed to Mos Espa by you, Dr. Strassi.
What is that, like genuine, like Chewbacca hair or something?
High definition Tatooine. I mean, I guess we got a little bit of that on the Mandalorian too, but
I'm not being carried around the streets like a useless noble.
I want to be carried around like a useless noble.
can they put some clothes on?
Hey man, if you got it, flaunt it.
I mean, I got that, but I'm not flaunting it.
He's like, I have money in my helmet. I can't put it on. She's like, they did that on purpose.
Like, that's my money! Like, I'm damaging the building.
Alive.
She's like, dang it. Like, oh, she's like, you got to kill him,
I know.
but
She's
I have to
like-
bring mine back alive? Ah, well, there's two of them, so you can kill one of them.
Little parkour. You need to enter in the office scene where
They
they
should have,
parkour. Parkour.
well, for this scene, they should have had, like, almost like a GoPro style on one of their heads, and you're just, like, seeing them, like, hop around. Pretty sweet job. You just gotta sit there and watch people dig. He's killing you, Boba Fett.
He's like, I'm in a spot that doesn't have any. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Why is there just, like, water in these little
things buried
bold
in the
things in the
sand.
sand?
Knew that was coming. Every man for themselves. Bye.
Boba Fett's like, no. Like, I already escaped one sand monster. I don't need to get eaten by another.
Whoa.
Man, Tatooine's like a really dangerous place. Almost looks like the river guardian from Hercules.
I was gonna say, he does have like little like centaur vibes, but like centaurs don't like stand on their back feet.
No.
Just, like, they don't have two sets of.
It's like a cross between a centaur and like a gorilla, where all of a sudden it can just like stand up on 2 feet and you're like, whoa.
It'd be funny if they're like.
The thing just like
"You
turns
want some
around.
water?" I knew it. Yeah, you're one of them. He's like, can I get like 9 more of these? Like,
I know, like this thing's kind of small.
He's like, I'm gonna need some more. I mean, I came into it hearing how slow and like, I actually didn't think it was that slow.
Oh, see, I kind of did. Funny, because before we started watching it, she's just like, oh, I don't know, I've heard it's kind of slow, and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I've heard it's actually really good, and then after watching it, it's not slow. Oh, well, it's kind of slow.
I mean, it was, it wasn't like a ton happening, but like, I don't know, this world has just drawn me in. Jennifer Beals.
I mean, it had a lot of cool parts. I just feel like there was some parts, like, when they were just, like, walking through the desert where, like, it kind of dragged on a little bit, and I'm like, okay, like, I get it. They're walking through the desert. Like, let's, let's get going. But, them opening up, some quick flashbacks of Camino and, the showing some scenes from Star Wars Episode 2 was kind of cool to start the series off, as well as showing how he got out of the Sarlacc pit because, the last we saw him in the movie, he was supposed to be dead, and then all of a sudden he's showing up in Mandalorian. We're like, oh, well, he's not dead. So, this was kind of a cool episode, I guess, to kind of explain explain that, as well as, kind of cutting back and forth between present time, and by present time I mean like the Mandalorian timeline and what happened to him after Return of the Jedi.
But I mean, yeah, if it's a good setup. I still don't know, like, what's the, like, I don't want to say like what the purpose, but like what's gonna be like
The show.
the show. Yeah.
At the same
It's
time, I
like-
felt that way for the first many episodes of The Mandalorian too. Especially after the first episode, I was just like, what is this show?
Well, until he got Baby Yoda, then you're like, okay, he's trying to like.
Yeah, but he didn't get Baby Yoda until the end of episode 2.
Yeah, something like that.
And so it was like, for the first 2 episodes, I was just like, I had no idea what the show was going to be about. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay. But
Yeah, so hopefully we get some sort of direction. Sorry. About what. Yeah, this is good. What's the purpose is? Like, is it going to be him trying to?
I mean, it seems like, for right now at least, it seems like it's him trying to build his own empire-ish kind of thing, how Jabba had.
Yeah.
And, kind of trying to fill that power vacuum that was left when Jabba died. And, trying to do it in a better way than how Jabba did it.
Well, and I had heard that there was like, oh, this character comes back, and I was like,
Luke? Are they going to have him come back as a...
well, it was in this episode,
Oh.
and I was just like, what character? Talking about the...
I think it was the lizard guy. I don't know what his name is, but he was one of the not mercenaries. What's it called? Like what was Boba Fett in Star Wars? Like, he's a bounty hunter. He was that lizard guy was one of the bounty hunters seen in Empire Strikes Back when Vader's hiring a bunch of different bounty hunters, and one of them is actually that robot that we see in Mandalorian too, where like the little like weird robot droid that was trying to compete with Mandalorian to get Baby Yoda, who was voiced by what's his name. You can see that robot in standing in line in The Empire Strikes Back, and that lizard guy was too, and then he was in this episode, so that could have been who they were talking about.
Maybe. Well, I've seen the Star Wars movies a bunch of times. I haven't quite just memorized every single character that's popped up on the screen.
I've only seen every Star Wars movie once.
Yeah.
I just have a really good photographic memory.
That's why you only know him as the lizard guy.
Because I don't know if he's ever even... I don't think he doesn't have any speaking parts, and he doesn't even have he's not named in the Star Wars movies. I'm sure, I'm sure there's a name associated with him that was part of canon and stuff with all these novels and all this other stuff that happened, but like I didn't get into any of that, so I just know him as Lizard Guy because he never actually gave him a name.
Yeah. But yeah, so we'll see what... I don't know what I'm looking for. We'll see what happens with
the series
moving forward. Apparently I liked it more than he did. So.
I mean, I liked it. I did not like it. I did think it was a little slow though. But The Mandalorian had a lot of episodes like that too.
Yeah.
The season premiere of season 2 when they were fighting the worm thing and the dune worm thing in the sand. Mm-hmm. I felt like that episode was kind of slow and off narrative for what that show was with trying to find Baby Yoda's all that so they kind of set up what that story was going to be, and then like they do have some episodes that kind of diverge and do have a little bit of a slower feel to it, and I feel like that's what this is. That just that same kind of style that Mandalorian has, which could be which is a good thing because Mandalorian's good, but at the same time I would like this show to be something different than what the Mandalorian was. Like I don't want this show to be the Mandalorian with Boba Fett. Like I want it to be its own thing.
So far, that's with just one episode, that's it has that same feel. So
and it does. So I mean, it's good and it's bad. Like it's good because the Mandalorian's good and I like that show, but it's bad because I do want it to have its own originality and its own style, its own whatever. And I feel like they're just making
I don't know
it.
That we're gonna get that.
No, I mean probably not, but it's just I don't want the Mandalorian season 3 featuring Boba Fett, and like that's just what that's what this is so far. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah. So let us know what you guys thought in the comments. Like, subscribe, and thank you for watching.